It's October 2nd, 2003. We're looking at the access road into the Powderbox mine, the one that had the dynamite. As you can see, it's a steep, not drivable road in. Very cliffy terrain. The road ends over there. You can see the cliffs. We're up above the Salmon River Canyon, and we're going down to a cabin by that knob down in the trees there. This is at the Powderbox mine site, ID 0840-00203. Looking at the cliff on the east side of the bowl which contains the roads. There you see the end of the road. As we scan around, there's an open adit with a post under the cliff on the left there. The rest of the adits are obscured by the talus. You can zoom in, take a closer look at the adit under the cliff. And a portal under the tree at the end of the road. This is the cabin at the Powderbox. It's perched on the edge of a cliff overlooking the Salmon River Canyon. Barely see the river through the trees down there. Cabin is partially the cabin.
No, I just have my teeny tiny flashlight.
Partially collapsed, and to the left of the cabin, back around in the bowl, we have a mine dump with a powder box on it, and we'll go down and get a better look at the other attic. The cabin is behind the tree and going downhill to the portal of Adit 1, which has a BLM abandoned mine sign. The portal timbers are fairly collapsed, but the adit is open, and we'll take a look inside. We're looking inside Adit 1. It appears to go back for quite a ways. There's some object looks like a bulging box about 20 feet in. Various other debris on the floor.
Turn the light on?
Yeah. Back about as far as we can see, it appears to be open. Looking at it with the camera. Again, the main thing of concern is that box there. Try to find out what that is.
That box there.
Yep. Another view of the portal at Adit 1. The suspicious looking object inside was determined to be a somewhat smashed in metal can, like those used for kerosene or gasoline or some such thing. It appeared to be empty. The adit was open at least 100 feet, although it didn't look like it probably went much further than that. The dump is modest. Getting a look over at the portal by the road. From there, that one's just above the road. And you can also see an opening in the cliff up above the road towards the center part of the basin. Standing looking down the dump of adit 2 and 3, they sit approximately 50 feet above the road. It's a strenuous climb up the talus and the dumps. The adits, adit 2 here is open. There is a BLM sign still posted on the right side of the adit. The adits are at the base of a limestone cliff with some diggings along a bedding horizon. Adit 3 is about 30 feet to the north, to the right. Here's adit 3, goes in only a short ways and stops. And the cliff continues. The adits are marked by minor iron stain. There are some copper carbonate minerals on the dump. It appears to be a limestone replacement along a fairly flat-lying structure. Back to adit 2. Above adit 2 and off to the left is an open stope which has some log cribbing below it. There's the stope. Appear to be some structures inside. Try taking a look inside adit 2. There's an old timber. Visible, the adit appears to curve to the left and as far in as we can see with the camera. We're standing on the road at the Powderbox mine area, looking back at adits 2 and 3 and the road, and looking up at the dump and what will be adit 4, which is right under the cliff here. You can see one stope up above it. There's a post. There appear to be workings all along the bottom of the cliff here. Dave is standing on the dump, the waste dump of adit 4, which goes down steeply to the road and probably past there. There's a fairly large dump top and a flat zone with mineralization and workings along it. A number of small exploration adits. This is the adit 4 portal. There's a small exploration pit above it, and as we move to the right, they have dug out along this same structural zone. The rock is limestone. It's well fractured, brecciated in places. A number of timber supports are visible inside the portal. There is no BLM sign at this portal. The adit actually appears to be fairly short, going in about 30 feet, although there is a turn off to the left. Which also appears to end about 30 feet in. There are pieces of broken wooden boxes, area of oil or something on the floor, and broken timbers and generally decrepit rock. Standing here at the end of the road at the Powderbox mine, looking up at the ore pass, wooden ore pass, about 1.5 feet square, comes up the hill about 20 feet and then over to the portal where Dave is. Of Adit 5. It's a wooden supported portal.
It's open.
It's open. There's some fairly new looking string and rope hanging down there. The dump. Let's go back to the mine here. A little closer look. The end of the road and the miners. There's a shot back at the road and some of the magnificent scenery that they had to work with when they had some time to enjoy it. Looking at the white clouds over there, good place to stop. From the portal of Adit 5, there's a great view looking off towards the white clouds. Railroad Ridge, back right in the center there, with the view west to the Chinaman's Wall, coming all the way around the mountains of central Idaho. Looking down at the Salmon River in the front. The portal to Adit 5. It has a BLM sign, man in mine sign posted. The Adit is open. Goes in a considerable distance. Cords for electric lights. The Adit actually looks like it's in pretty good shape as far as the roof rock. Remnants of an empty wooden box here in front. You can see quite a ways back there. And zooming in, the Adit takes a turn to the left, goes quite a bit further back. All in limestone. Looks like good solid rock, but that's as far as we're going to film. Back about 300 feet into the Adit. The rock is fine. Ran into a... At the end, the tunnel goes to the right, opens up into a stope, apparently. Empty box, could have been a powder box sitting over there, but probably of questionable is a rat's nest with some white foam-like material. Didn't want to get too close to. I don't know where the rats got it, but that's what it is. It's quite a ways in. The Adit should probably be closed. It's fairly modern. I did not go back behind this point. It does go off to the right and look like it opened up into a stoped area. There was quartz veins and sulfides seen on the dump. Back outside the portal again of Adit 5. Dave's looking at a pile of white quartz, which was the ore stockpile right above the top of the ore pass. The mine inside looked relatively new, post-electric age. Some rubber hose left in there. Other more modern-looking pieces of iron. Standing on a trail past the end of the road at the Powderbox mine. Have a good view looking back of the cabin. There it is. And as you can see, it sits on the edge of a cliff. The dump would be right behind the trees over there. In addition, you can move over and get a view of the dump and the adits 2 and 3 at the top of that dump. And then continuing, continuing again, slightly different position. Again, the dump, adits 2 and 3. Moving, finally get a good view of adit 4 with the post burned log laying over the top of the dump there. Another panorama from the eastern side of the Powderbox mine. We're looking over at the cabin on the cliff. Zoom in a little bit. There's the cabin. The adit is just down below it within that bunch of trees. You can see the dump. Back out. Continue on around. There's the road. Adits 2 and 3 and 4. Coming around. You can see the workings Dave's going over to is adit 5. Let's take another look at, zoom in a little closer. Here's adit 4. And adits 2 and 3. There may be another adit that we didn't note as an adit or a stope more properly up above it, although we didn't see light coming through, and another little exploration prospect up above there. There's the road back out.